Mrs. Flood's suitcase. This is the actual image of Mrs. Flood's suitcase from the side. So this is everything that was on that suitcase while she was carrying it. And as you can see, we've got a load of places where the Doctor's been before, some which I'm not too sure on. I'm going to talk through each individual one just to show you where that reference potentially comes from. Before we go any further, I would ask you to subscribe if you love Doctor Who and Doctor Who content. This channel is all about Who and has some great stuff coming, and already has some great stuff already on the channel. So Parry's Mountain, we'll start here because this is a nice simple one. So this is a possible filming location for Doctor Who in Wales. Unsure on what episode or episodes it's ever been used in though, but I think, if my memory recalls correctly, I think it might have been used just with the little pyramid thing. I think it might have been used in the Almost People, but I'm not sure. Because of the way that they filmed Doctor Who, they could film one scene in that tower on the mountain and then have it look as if it's joined on to another building. So it's really, really hard to kind of guess where it's been filmed, but it is possible that Doctor Who has been filmed here. It's a nice landscape for a Mars episode as well, but I know that the Waters of Mars wasn't filmed there. I did do my research. I've done a lot of research into all of these places to find out why they potentially could be relevant or what makes them relevant to Doctor Who. So the next one from that is London, and we all know that London is quite a special place for Doctor Who. This was the main setting for series 1 of the revived series. Also, it's where Rose lived as well. London has had so many Doctor Who tours and exhibitions at it as well, so it's been a big place for fans to go to for Doctor Who. It's also been the main setting for so many episodes of Doctor Who. Take Aliens of London, for example. This isn't just including TV episodes, there's also been audio dramas and audiobooks that include London as the main setting for Doctor Who episodes. And then we had the London Tower as well, which was also a big part of the 50th, and it was also the unit base for a while. Then we have the Orient Express. So this is another link to Clara, because we know that Clara and the 12th Doctor were on the Orient Express with the Mummy. So Agatha Christie and the Unicorn and the Wasp was given the idea of murder on the Orient Express by Donna accidentally. So that's a link back to series 4. And one of Clara's last adventures was the episode Mummy on the Orient Express, as we discussed. Fun fact, this was actually originally supposed to be Clara's last ever episode. She was supposed to be killed by the Mummy. The Space Orient Express is an actual spaceship similar to the likes of the Titanic and Voyage of the Damned. So it is very possible that Mrs. Flood was on that train and she just boarded it and it's took her to wherever it was going, I'm guessing. I mean, that's where she got the sticker. We then have New York, and we all know that it's so good they named it twice. So this was the first place that the 10th Doctor took Rose in their first episode of Series 2, and he would later take Martha to the same place in Series 3 in the episode Gridlock. So New York was a big thing back in the day. And Series 2 and Series 3. New York is just a nice callback, I think. But is it possible that Mrs. Flood has been there? Well, it says it's on her suitcase. She must have got the sticker from somewhere. The other one that you can't see is this one up here. So the sticker's on here, and we see this when Mrs. Flood is walking towards the edge of the rooftop. And that's Penzance. And that's a town in Cornwall, England. And I've found nothing related to Doctor Who here. The only thing that I can think of is that it was part of filming blocks, or it's going to be part of filming blocks. But apart from that, it seems to have no relevance at all to the wider universe of Doctor Who. Next one is Blackpool. Blackpool actually has quite a great significance to Doctor Who. The Doctor Who exhibition Blackpool was located at 111 Central Promenade on the busy Golden Mile. There's also an audio drama from the 8th Doctor and Lucy Miller called Death in Blackpool. And Blackpool was also the hometown of 2 of the Doctor's companions, Lucy Miller and Clara Oswald. So there's another link to Clara, which is quite funny, because not only do we have her dressing like Clara, but we also have, on this suitcase alone, 2 links already to Clara. The Doctor Who experience was also here at Madame Tussauds. And there was an episode called The Nightmare Fair, which was supposed to be an episode on TV for the 6th Doctor, with the Toymaker being the villain, but this is now part of the Big Finish audio drama of the same name in the Lost Stories series. So that was, the Nightmare Fair was actually based in Blackpool. We then have Gallifrey. The only thing I ever want to even consider is the fact that this is the obvious reference to the Doctor's home planet. But does this mean that Mrs. Flood has also visited Gallifrey? I mean, how did she even get there? All of these locations are just a bit random and weird. Then after that we have Tokyo, which this city has had a long history with Doctor Who. It was first mentioned in the Seeds of Death way back in Classic Who, and it's continued to be used amongst episodes, spin-offs and comics alike. So Tokyo, yeah, that has quite the significance within the wider Doctor Who universe. And then we have Cardiff. So Cardiff is the home of Doctor Who production. We all know that. Bad Wolf's also located in Cardiff. And so many episodes of Doctor Who are also filmed here. So if you think that New York was filmed in New York, you'd be wrong. It's in Cardiff. Same with the Daleks in Manhattan. That was also filmed in Cardiff. So yeah, a lot of Doctor Who filming takes place in Cardiff or around Wales somewhere. So Cardiff has obviously got to be an obvious hint to that. But has Mrs. Flood found her way to Cardiff? I mean, it's possible. If she's breaking the fourth wall, she knows that they're in a TV show at least. Like, she's got to know that. So does that mean that she's visited filming locations or something? Like, what? And then we have the planet Clom. And as the 10th Doctor says, who'd want Clom? Who'd even want to go to Clom? But Clom does actually have a significance to other episodes as well. So Clom was the twin planet of Rex Coracophallus and the home planet of the Absorbolovians. So the home planet of the much-loved Absorboloff from Love and Monsters. So yeah, we all love the Absorboloff, really. Like, he's just ace-ish, kinda. But Planet Clom was mentioned a lot throughout Davy's first era of Doctor Who as well. Then from there we have Paradise Towers. So this one, I genuinely thought I had heard of Paradise Towers before. And I must have, because it really rings a bell. But Paradise Towers was the second serial of season 24 of Doctor Who. This is Classic Who. The serial also contained Mel as the Doctor's companion. So it was actually part of a serial of the 24 season of Doctor Who. Paradise Towers was kind of similar to the way that Midnight worked. It was like a complex. I assume that you visited. I've not seen the episode yet, but I assume you visited them, and you went for a relaxed holiday. So it's very possible that Mrs. Flood has also been to Paradise Towers. This one here, I don't have a clue. I've upscaled the image so many times. I've sharpened it. I've done everything I could. All I can ever get to read is booked through. I can't read this, or anything else. That says SP. It's pretty much just scribbles. Can only imagine that it's like a signature or something. But anything on that, I can't actually read. So I don't think it's got much significance. This next one, I thought of the Bells of St. John because I'm like, could this be the Shard? And then I seen the funky writing, similar to what Clara clicks on when she tries to connect to the Wi-Fi. So I thought, oh, that could be another reference towards Clara, but it looked more like a church to me, and then I'm just like, so could it be a church of some kind? So I looked at the People mainframe, couldn't find any writing that was similar. I don't know, what do you guys think about these two? Like, is there any guesses that you could have for these stickers? I don't have a clue. I've literally searched, I spent ages on these two, and I couldn't find anything relating it to Doctor Who. Could literally just be a throwaway line, could be something from the future that we've not seen yet. It is entirely possible with a show like Doctor Who. This next one, I did kind of break this down. I got this last part, and the only thing that kind of made sense to me was Harrington, but then I thought about it and I'm like, what if it actually says Troughton, as in a nod to the second Doctor, Patrick Troughton? So it could very well say Troughton, but it's that scratched up. I tried to enhance it and upscale it, and it wouldn't do it. So yeah, the next part says Cargo and Shipping Company. So this part I'm sure about, but I don't know if it's Harrington or Troughton. It could very well be something else, but most of the letters seem to match up with the Harrington. So from Angton seems to be there, but again, it could be Troughton. And if it is Troughton, that's a nice little nod to the second Doctor. Yeah, we then have Taraji, and Taraji was a sentient star that was the centre of the Taraji system. We were introduced to this in the episode 42 from series 3. This is the one where the Doctor gets infected with the sun, and they all walk about saying "burn with me," which is so nice. Not a bad episode, written by Chris Chibnall. If you want to go watch it, it's entirely up to yourself. And then we have Delirium. Do you know I said that right there, and I felt like I said it wrong? It is Delirium. We have Delirium, home of the Singing Towers. So Delirium was a planet known for its singing towers. The 12th Doctor took River to see these towers the last time that she saw him before she went back to the library to meet up with the 10th Doctor. If you've not seen the modern era of Doctor Who from 2005 to 2022, that'll be irrelevant to you because you need to watch that whole part in order to understand River and the Doctor's story, because you have River travelling one way in time and the Doctor travelling the other way in time. And basically, when River first meets the Doctor has no clue who she is. So it's very, very complicated, and it's kind of just, you need to watch it to kind of understand. But yeah, the Singing Towers do have relevance to that story because it was mentioned multiple times throughout the series that's where the Doctor and River would have their final goodbye. Then after that one, last but not least, we have Welcome to Fabulous Space Vegas. Don't have a clue what this is in relation to. I checked everywhere. I've never seen the Doctor go to Space Vegas before. I checked the Tardis wiki. I searched for Space Vegas Doctor Who. I don't know where Mrs. Flood's been to go to Space Vegas, so it's obviously somewhere we've not seen yet. Or it's somewhere that the Doctor's been, or Mrs. Flood's been, that the Doctor's never been yet. So, I don't know. So some of these have complete relevance to the overall story. But it's not even a theory, it's just my thoughts, because I'm not theorising yet, because my theories were completely thrown off by last season, and then that reveal just kind of made me not want to theorise yet, because it's still too early. I don't know who Mrs. Flood is. I don't want to guess. But I'm just wondering if Mrs. Flood has actually travelled to all these locations. So if she's travelled to all these locations, is it possible that she's spotted the Doctor while she's been on her travels? And again, if she is a god, it's very, very possible that she doesn't need a suitcase, really. She doesn't need to take the train. Like, she could literally just click her fingers and go one place to another. But is it possible that she has travelled to all these places and spotted the Doctor, and then that's what's made her continue to follow the Doctor from the minute she spotted them? Again, that theory kind of falls apart when the Doctor changes their face. Mrs. Flood would know they're a Time Lord if she is a god. And yeah. That's all I've really got for this video. I just wanted to break down the suitcase just to show you guys kind of what's on it. It's quite interesting. Even if it literally means nothing, it's still a nice bit of fan service, a little bit of a nod to places of filming and places that the Doctor's travelled to as well. They really didn't need to go to this detail because we don't even see this side of the suitcase in the episode. We literally see this, and that's it. So they didn't even need to go to this level of detail. So just as a fan, I like to appreciate it, and I just want to share it with you guys as well, because it is quite it's a little bit of memorabilia. Kind of a smaller version of the memory TARDIS, if you will. That's all I've got for you guys. Thanks for sticking with me, and yeah, hopefully we can have more theory videos coming soon as we find out more about Doctor Who. I'm really, really excited to see the Judoon back, though, because I feel like they were really, really... One of the best parts of Jodie's era was seeing the Judoon come back, and yeah, seeing reoccurring monsters is one of my favourite things. I feel like that keeps Doctor Who linked in with previous fans, and it also gives the new fans a new taste of something. So yeah, I'm having a little bit of a fanboy moment over the fact that Judoon's back. Does that mean we're getting the Daleks soon? Please, I feel like we've not had a decent Dalek story in so long. So if you've got any thoughts on what you think these three here at the bottom, because it seems like they were deliberately scratched off, so I don't know if these are places that we haven't been yet, but I don't have a clue about them. Or Space Vegas, come to think about it. So yeah, comment, let me know what you think. I will ask you again to subscribe if you love Doctor Who and Doctor Who content. This channel is all about Doctor Who, and we love it here. And there's some great stuff coming, and as I said, there's great stuff already on the channel. Click this video if you want to stay in the YouTube Whoniverse, because honestly, it's always the best place to be.